Take 3. Come on in. Come on in. The weather is doing me wrong with my internet connection. Come on in. Let's finish this conversation about Trump and these pardons. Come on in. Come on in. Like the video. Like, share, and subscribe. It's pardon season. Come on in. Like the video. Put in your request. Who do you want to see Trump pardon? Will Trump pardon Diddy? What's up? You said you're from the Netherlands. Hi, Dan. Welcome, welcome. Like the video, like, share, and subscribe. We are talking pardons. Who would you like to see President Trump pardon? Because listen, I don't know if he's taking requests, but at the rate, the quality of people that he pardoning, hell, I'm sure many believe that there are far many more people who are more deserving of a pardon than these people who Trump has pardoned as of late. Come on in here. Trump's doing pardons. It's pardon season. So far, he's doing pardons for those who are committing fraud. If you've committed fraud, Trump like, listen, you do not need to be locked up. Times are hard. There ain't nothing wrong with borrowing a few dollars from the bank. Who does Trump need to pardon? Because Trump has already pardoned the former sheriff, Virginia sheriff. He pardoned him. He announced that on Memorial Day. He sure did. He said, that man don't belong behind bars. This is a good man. Now Trump's like, who else? Let me see. Who else behind bars that's been behind bars underneath the Biden administration? Oh, the Chrisleys, those celebrities, those reality TV family. Oh, hell, what you said? You said they took some money from the bank? What? Let them out. Let them out. They need to be at home with their kids. I know their kids grown, but still, they need to be at home with them. Don't they got a grandbaby? Don't they got a black grandbaby out there somewhere? They need to be at home with the children. Who is taking care of the black grandbaby? Who is combing her hair? Julie want to know who is combing the black grandbaby hair. They ain't doing it right. They not doing it right. I got to come home and comb my black grandbaby hair. Trump said, you're right. You need to be at home. You need to be at home. You've been locked up for 2 years too long. You said they gave you 12 years, Todd? Julie, you said they gave you 7? Oh, they playing games. They are playing games. You coming home today. You're coming home today. You will be around the table for the 4th of July. You all will be at the cookout. Todd and Julie, you will be at the cookout come July. You missed the cookout for Memorial Day, but I promise you that's the last cookout you will miss. You are coming home immediately. I am demanding you be released expeditiously. Y'all, true story. Like, these people are coming home. Todd, Julie, the Chrisleys, the couple, listen, they got charged for defrauding the bank, listen, for millions. For millions. Tax evasion, like all of that. All in white collar crimes. Yes, all of that. Trump said, no, this is a wonderful family. This is so unfortunate. They did not deserve this. Let me call their daughter. Let's call Savannah. So he called Savannah. He sure did. He called Savannah. He called and talked to Savannah. Savannah was like, listen, Trump, they playing games with my mama and daddy. They ain't treating them right in the penal system. Them living conditions is not giving. It is nothing like the way they were living when y'all seen us on reality TV, and that's an entire problem. My parents are associated with these long A numbers that I was assigned when I was in grade school. It's time they come home. My brother, who goes to the University of Alabama, he's been kicked out of class for hollering "Go Trump," for being a Trump supporter. Y'all, the Chrisleys are coming home. What do you think the first episode of their show is going to be? Because y'all know they going to have a show. Y'all cannot make me believe that this family is not going to be back on TV getting to the bag. You're not going to make me believe this. Before they got locked up, they were getting to the bag. So that was like the cover up. Like, people like, oh, they're on TV. What? He does real estate. Y'all know anybody, a lot of time, the people who be defraud, and what's the cover up? Oh, they in real estate. They invest. That's the cover up. They were investors in real estate. They had a reality TV show. What they say, is that how they was washing the money? They was washing the money through reality TV. They had a show. So they're like, yeah, we got money. We got a TV show. We got a hit TV show. What? I think it was called Chrisleys Know Best. Y'all, this family is going to be back on TV. Mark my words. How else they gonna get to the money? Like, times are, these folks going back on TV. It's just a matter of when. Will they be on Netflix? Like, where y'all think? Let's just talk about what network they're going to be on. Oh, because they going to be on somebody's TV, computer, laptop, whatever. They, listen, we are going, the storyline is them rebuilding their life after they were wrongfully prosecuted for those white collar crimes, tax evasion, defrauding the banks for millions of dollars, stealing. Trump said, listen, it was so wrong for them to be placed behind bars. These people, they got a family. They need to come home immediately. They need to come home. So Trump's making that happen. He's making it happen. He is making it happen. Julie gonna be able to comb the black grandbaby hair, because y'all, listen, I don't know who been combing her hair since she been gone, but Julie said she got to come out and see about the grandbaby hair. Make sure it ain't dry. Make sure that they put that grease in it that she was taught to put in it. Because y'all know white folks don't know that automatically. Somebody kind of got to tell you something. Listen, Julie, like, listen, I got trained on how to comb my black grandbaby hair. I needs to get my hands back in the hair because I know it's probably a hot dang mess. I got to get home, Trump. I got to get home. I got to get home. I got to get home. Trump, like, you right. I heard you coming home. You were coming home. You are coming home. You're right. You need to come home. We on our way. We are on our way. We on our way. I'm sorry that you even was in there. The Chrisleys are known to be Trump supporters. So the narrative is that basically the Biden administration, like, basically came for them because of them being Trump supporters. Now, never mind whatever evidence that was presented in the courts. Because remember, these people, including Sheriff Scott Jenkins, these people are convicted by a jury of their peers. So when you're going into the courts, like, you're coming with evidence, right? So you cannot like somebody all you want, but you have to present evidence to substantiate your claims, these allegations, all of that. Oh, back to the Sheriff Jenkins. Remember I told you how he was slinging badges? He sold badges to 8 people. And amongst those 8 people, like, 2 of them, I think he sold them to 8. And then there were like 2 undercover FBI agents, you all, that he tried to sell the badges to. So I'm gonna go on a whim and say, okay, if there's an undercover operation taking place, that this is being captured on camera. Listen, I know for what I've seen on TV, when you be having people doing stuff undercover, there's undercover operations, it be cameras. I don't know in real life if it be like that where they got some cameras, but I know to catch a predator, they used to have them cameras in tow. So I feel like with the Scott Jenkins guy, the former sheriff in Virginia, who was convicted, who was found guilty of illegally, with selling badges, and he tried to sell them to two undercover FBI agents. I'm gonna say that there is some camera footage. So this would be presented in court during the trial. So the idea of somebody being out to get him, to wrongfully, prosecute him, put wrongful charges on him, how do you justify getting caught up with the undercover FBI agents? I'm just saying, I'm just throwing this out there because at this point, we're not going off of a he say, she say. We're going off of, well, we got into character, acted like we wanted to be a RoboCop, and we went to you about wanting to be a RoboCop because we learned that you was selling badges and you were willing to sell us a badge. Like, I don't understand how somebody is wrongfully convicted or accused when that's the scenario. Like, sir, you got caught. Like, you got caught. We ain't going off of, well, James up the street said whatever, but he ain't had no evidence. No, like, there was agents that went undercover, you all, and tried to purchase the badges from this sheriff from Virginia, the former Virginia sheriff, and that was how they was able to damn arrest them, because like the deal would have went through if they weren't undercover. You know what I'm saying? So with the Chrisleys, what I'm saying, we all know, as we all hear, if the feds coming for you, they got a rock solid case. Like, it's different. I think they said their success rates is like what, 95? It's like in the 90s. Like, if the feds are coming for you, like, they done their homework. They've been watching you before they even rolled up on you. Like, this is kind of how it works. Like, they been looking, they've been peeping. So Trump did not outright say specifically, with the sheriff of Virginia, what evidence was withheld, because the sheriff was trying to say, oh, he had some evidence or some things, I guess, he wanted to have presented in the courts that wasn't able to be presented or something like that. Okay. But let's talk about the part where you tried to sell these badges to the undercover FBI agents. Like, do we just skirt over that? Do we skirt over that? No. So to me, it's just giving that, okay, Trump is just looking for opportunities to pardon people, and he's starting with the ones, he's heavily looking at the ones who are supporters of him as a prerequisite. Okay, let's start here. Let's see if they support me. If there's evidence out there to show that they were in support of me. Let's start there. Because he ain't trying to release somebody to where when they was out here in these streets, they was talking greasy about him, or they a staunch Democrat. No, that's not what he's doing. No. So the sheriff was on record as being a supporter, as well as the Chrisleys. And basically, we're just sitting in Trump pardoning them just because he can. Just because he can. Like, it's nothing other than that. It's just because he can. Because on some, I said so, because I said so. Because with the Chrisleys, even when he was in his office, like, I saw the clip. Yes, it came out maybe yesterday. I saw it late last night, and He was on the phone with the daughter, Savannah, and talking to her. I didn't hear Trump talk about them being wrongfully convicted and addressing anything centered around the evidence. It was just centered around just, well, people was just hating on them because of their political beliefs. So they hating on them because of their political beliefs, and it is what it is. So we don't really even need to focus on the evidence or the reasons, behind what's on paper as far as the conviction, because we know the only reason why they was looking their way anyway is because they were supporters of mine. So here's my thing with that. Because I was recently like telling my son, like giving my son like this same lesson about life, to where sometimes someone will start to look your way out of maliciousness. They'll look your way out of maliciousness without like true, like, it's like, why are you looking at me anyway? But here comes the problem. When they look your way and they find something, see, you got a whole nother situation on your hand, because now we can ignore the reason as to why they start looking and now focus on what was found. Let's talk about what came out of it. You see what I'm saying? So it switches the attention from one thing to another. And that's why it's important to be on the up and up and move in the right way. Because sometimes that happen. I call, where you catch a stray, to where I call it catching a stray, to where you didn't really do anything that prompted the attention to be brought on to you. But once the attention was brought on to you, the people, they found something. And it's just like, you can't get out of it by saying, well, you shouldn't have been looking to the right anyway. You should have just stayed looking to the left. That's why we got to be careful with how we move out here in these streets in life, because it happens like that, where yes, they shouldn't have been looking at you. Arguably, you can argue, no, you shouldn't have been looking over here. But what we cannot argue is that you got this going on, which is wrong. And now that's where the attention is. And so with the Chrisley, let's just go with the Trump narrative or whatever and say that people started looking at them because of their political beliefs. All right, then, well, let's just say it was rooted in that. What did we find? It's the same with Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York. She's like, oh, well, Trump and his team administration, they was just coming for me or whatever because they mad. Okay, let's just say that was the case. Now the attention is on what was found when they did come for you. You see what I'm saying? This is what happens when you're not on the up and up. So that's why we got to be mindful with how we move. So therefore we know, regardless, at any time if somebody try to come looking your way, your ducks are in a row. You good, you Gucci. And that's the best way to be, because you never know what may prompt somebody to have to look your way. And Letitia James, they started looking her way. And she don't want you to focus on what they observed, what they found when they started looking her way. She wants you to focus on, well, why they even started looking her way. Well, they only started looking at me because of Trump. Okay, I hear you. We could probably go with that. But now the attention is now on, okay, now once they started looking at you, what they found, we got to talk about this. Because we seeing things, we seeing something, we got to talk about it. And that's life. I was just giving my son that lesson. That is life. And so with the Chrisleys, it could very well be that they started being looked at, with a fine tooth, with the magnifying glass. But nonetheless, they got caught up, and it was determined that they wasn't moving right. It happens to a lot of people that way. It happens to a lot of people that way, where they get caught up um, on a humbug. It's just like, dang it, it really wasn't about me in that moment, but though it became about me. Y'all see, for example, I was talking about getting caught up. So on the last live, because y'all, we don't take 3 on my lives because of the internet connection. I'm driving, the weather's kind of nasty. One of the guys who got caught yesterday, I think it was yesterday, 3 more. So y'all remember with Louisiana, with the 10 guys who broke out of the jail, like Friday will be like 2 weeks since they've been gone. So during the first week, they rounded up about 5 of them. So yesterday, I think they caught up with like another 3. But y'all, peep this. One of the guys that they caught up with, his girl, she done damn dry. You could call it dry snitch, but it wasn't no dry snitch. She outright called them folks to get that 20,000 because Louisiana is advertising. Listen, we'll pay you $20,000 if you help us. If you tell us where we can find these convicts, these people who broke away from jail. 20,000. Do y'all know one of these guys' girlfriends? She done called y'all and reported his ass, and then once the police did their little investigation, they seen that she had played a part and at one point was communicating with him too, with helping him. So then they went ahead and locked up. So when dry snitching go wrong, how you snitching? You think you about to get you 20,000? They just said, I think, Brenda, you said he did what? Oh, hell no, Brenda, you said what? Where he at? You said he at his sister house. He at his sister house. Where she live at? Oh, hell no, we about to go. All right then, Brenda. All right, where you stay at? Where you stay? This your number. This a good number I can call you back at? I can call you back at this number? All right then, bet. I'ma holler at you. I'll be back in town. I'ma holler at you, because you say he over at his sister house. His sister up the street on Claremont? All right then. Y'all, why they do their research and seen that her ass was caught up in the mix with helping out. Now she locked up too. That she could have used that 20,000 to help bail her out. She caught up too. She done dry snitched on her man for $20,000. Y'all, they got more people caught up in the situation with being an accomplice than the number of people who outright broke out. Ain't there some ish? You can't make this ish up. This like a whole Netflix type series. How you got more people caught up? There's people who you was relying on to put money on your books to come visit you, to write you some little love letters. Now they behind bars with you. They done went from having, let's just say if they get all 10 people locked up to having, we got about 13 of them now. So 23, you done went from 10 to 23. How, Sway? How? Y'all, but what gets me, have y'all seen the story with the 4 men who done broke out of the system? They was at some type of, y'all, it wasn't even a part. This is the new case. So this one happened maybe over the weekend, maybe last week. Y'all, I can't remember what state this is. It's 4 guys that then broke out of a facility that's not even considered a jail. So picture this, follow me, y'all. Say you do a violation, a parole violation. You go before the judge. The judge is like, and y'all who been in the system, y'all might know what this is called, because I ain't never been in nobody's system. So you go before the judge. The judge be like, you know what? Yes, you need to be punished for being in violation of, this whatever, this parole violation. We're not going to send you to jail. We're going to send you to, it almost reminds me like a juvenile or detention center type. We're sending you here. So you all picture a facility where you got people who are there for like lightweight crimes, like violations, and it's not a part of the jail system, but you're here. So I done told y'all it's not a part of the jail system. So that means your ass, you're going home. That means you're going home pretty soon, probably in a matter of some months, right? You're going home. Who is breaking out of a place like that? That's like breaking out of your halfway house. Like, houseway, you ain't even in jail. They didn't gave you a solid, showed you love and say, you know what, we're gonna sit you down and send you over to this little detention little facility. Y'all, what is that called? I can't see the comments because I'm trying to watch the damn road. Y'all put in the comments, what do you call that? Where if you just violate your parole, they'll send you to like this facility. But it's not jail. These 4 men and broke the hell out, y'all. Y'all, here's the thing. When they get caught, because likely they gonna get caught. It's like 3 white men and 1 black one. They gonna get caught. Y'all, they going to jail. You done broke out. Houseway, how are you breaking out of just a temporary hold type situation only to get caught up to now be put into a permanent hold situation? I just be trying to understand this ish, y'all. I promise y'all, I be trying to understand what the freak is going on, how people be making these decisions. These men, you all, like, walked up. Y'all, this is coming off of the 10 who escaped in New Orleans. Y'all can look it up to see where the ones of this story I'm talking about now is 4 men recently broke out of a facility. Look it up and see what's the name of the facility, what state. They broke out of it. Lightweight crime, like parole violations. I'm pretty sure they was all like only there for a matter of probably some months. Because it wasn't jail. The news said it's not even a part of the jail system. So it's almost like makes me think of like a detention center. I've never seen a facility like this for like an adult. What are we doing? How are you breaking out doing some ish that's gonna have more charges on you than what you had before? You had lightweight stuff. That mean like you was coming home. You just had to be there, do some little classes or something like that. Do some little so you do the group, the peer group, the group time. Everybody sit in a circle, talk about why they strung out, how they got, how it all started, who used and abused him. Y'all know how it goes. You tell your little story, you do what you need to do to complete the program, right? So you can go on about your business. These people then broke out of it, y'all. They done broke out. So they somewhere out there. I don't know if they done caught them up, but I learned about them on Memorial Day. They probably broke out on Sunday. They broke out. They gone. They're gone. So that was the second case that I learned about inmates breaking free. The third one was an ex-sheriff who was locked up. Y'all, he done broke out. I learned about him, I think, on Memorial Day. Look into him. Ex-sheriff who was locked up for murder, child, anything egregious. This ex-sheriff was locked up for. He done broke out, y'all. He done literally walked out the place in a uniform. Y'all know, like in the movies where they'll put on like another officer's uniform and walk out and do. Y'all, this is what this man did. It's on camera. You got to be white to get away with doing that, because ain't no freaking way somebody looking like me finna be able to just walk out the daggone place like that. Y'all know, ain't nobody with this much melanin in their skin going to be able to walk out of any detention center, state jail, federal prison, nothing. Oh, nothing. This man walked out. Y'all look that ish up. Go to the internet. Go to Diddy's internet. Go to Beyonce internet. Whoever the heck internet you want it to be this morning. Look up ex-sheriff breaks out of prison. He gone. And he's considered to be dangerous, crazy. What they say, crazy as a Bessie bug? Crazy. That man is gone. He walked out. And my bet is that he gonna stay gone longer than them ones in Louisiana. Because there's 2 still out there roaming out of the 10 who escaped out of the jail in Louisiana. My bet is that this white man, he gonna be gone longer. He gonna be gone probably for a little minute. I don't see him getting caught I don't see him getting caught quickly like them other ones. Them ones who just got caught just blocks away from the place they broke out at. The ones who got caught just up the street. The ones who got caught at their sister house or their girlfriend house, just like I'm just saying, this man, this former sheriff, is nothing about him that's given that he's slow on that level to stick around and just be chilling in the bayou talking about, hey, we outside, we at the Mardi Gras. There's nothing about this man that's giving that. I'm just saying, it is nothing about him that's giving that. He probably gonna make the America's Most Wanted. Y'all know he'll be somebody that we want, because actually there, look him up. I do not have his name because I wasn't planning to talk about him. Look up, ex-sheriff breaks out of prison. He literally walked out of the facility, you all. They said he put a makeshift uniform on. Who the freak did he knock over the head and take their clothes? Because y'all know that's usually what we see in the movies. How else are you getting a uniform? He had on all black. I think on the back of it, the shirt, it says sheriff or something. It says something on the back. And then he's pushing something that looks like a trash can. He's posing as like a worker, like a maintenance worker. Like that's what he's looking, y'all. He walked up out of there. It is on camera. How, Sway? How did he get the handcuff? How we outside? How we outside? How we outside? I done told y'all what he looked like. He don't look like me. He don't look like them ones, them 10 that broke through behind the daggone toilet. He don't look like them either. He don't. He looked like Scott Jenkins, the white one that got pardoned. He looked like him. He looked like they can be cousin brothers, and they both sheriffs. He looks like him. This that issue I'm talking about. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. So as we talk about accomplices and who helped whatever, who do y'all think helped this former sheriff break out of the prison? Because y'all out here thinking they did it by themselves? Because ain't no way nobody was trying to believe the black ones did it by themselves. Who do you all think helped this white one? He literally walked out. It was no running. This man didn't run. Y'all, he walked out. I ain't making this shit up. There's TV, there's specials out there where they profiled his case. That's how infamous, because of what he did, because he was a sheriff and investigating these crimes and all that. Meanwhile, he was the one doing the ish. Y'all, don't this sound like a Netflix movie, like a Netflix and chill type thing that I'm describing? Y'all, this ish is real. This man was out here in these streets, like being behind investigations, trying to catch people, trying to catch a predator. He the doggone predator. He's the predator. Y'all, he look crazy as hell. Y'all ever see sometimes when they round up somebody and and they got this goofy smile? Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, most of them be them white. They be the white man. Y'all know them white ones that be crazy as shit. When they round them up, they be having this like this clownish type smile on their face. Like, this is how this man was looking, y'all. Y'all need to get into it. Y'all listen, I'm not making this shit. He got this big old bald head, and he looked crazy as an MF, and he was running around being somebody's sheriff. He looked damn crazy at the time he was running around with a badge. He looked crazy. This mofo looked crazy. I'm just saying, y'all better look into him. Come to find out, he was the one doing all the ish. He all up at the crime scene trying to see something, and he the one did it. Y'all better get into his story. A different crap of y'all know that's y'all. When I seen the clip of the old footage of when they was doing stories on him, and he just had this grin, y'all, crazy as a Bessie bug, crazy as that. Yes, he was a sheriff. What is up with these sheriffs doing the absolute most? What the freak is going on? What is going on? Y'all think Trump would have pardoned him if he hadn't broke free? Y'all think Trump would have pardoned him if Trump seen that? Oh, he was a supporter. I'm just saying, y'all think Trump gonna pardon Diddy? Because it ain't looking good for the kid either. I don't know. Listen, who y'all think, since Trump is in the season, he's trying to pardon people? Who y'all think Trump need to pardon? Who y'all want to see Trump pardon? Because clearly right now it's pardon season. It is pardon season. Who y'all want to see that man pardon? The Chrisleys, check. Scott Sheriff, Virginia, former Virginia Sheriff, check. Who's next? He got plenty more time in his position to pardon whoever he want to pardon. Who is next? Who is next? Who will be the next brown person pardoned? Who will be the next brown person pardoned? Because he has pardoned black people. He has. I don't know if he's pardoned any Hispanics. Y'all, is there anybody on record who is Hispanic who Trump has pardoned? Because I know he's pardoned black people. Actually, I think there was a black woman standing next to him when he was talking to Savannah Chrisley. And I'm wondering if she was the black woman who he pardoned, who was caught up in some case centered around drugs or something like that. I think she had took the heat for everything fell on her from her boyfriend or something years ago. It happened maybe 20, 30 years ago. Y'all know this case I'm talking about? I remember Trump pardoning the woman. I think she was the one, it looked like her at least, that was standing next to him, because as he was talking to Savannah about pardoning her parents, he was giving credit to it taking place to that woman who was standing beside him. And I believe that the black woman who I'm describing, I believe she helps him to find other cases for people to, for other cases, um, for people to be pardoned. So I think she's that woman who did a lot of time, because she had hooked up with her boyfriend at the time she started dating him. She didn't know he was into the drug life. And then once she came to learn, it was like she was kind of deep in his life, and basically the feds rolled up on her and everything kind of just fell on her, and the guy just kind of let her take the fall. Not sure if he ever got caught up, did any time, but I know that she kind of was looked at as kind of like the head person. Like, look, she looked like she was like the shot caller, the kingpin, when in actuality she was just the girlfriend. But she took the heat. They put it all on her. So Trump ended up pardoning that woman. I believe that woman was the one who was standing next to Trump as he was talking to Savannah, but I'm not sure. I saw it this morning before I came live with the video with Trump talking to Savannah. So I don't know, but y'all can let me know in the comments if that woman is the person who's helped him, with pardoning Todd and Julie Chrisley. But listen, who's next? Because the president, he's the president. He got the right to pardon whoever he chooses to pardon. Like I said, Biden pardoned his crackhead son. It ain't even alleged about him being a crackhead, because it was proven and through the courts that he was doing it, and he had all the pipes, all the sizes, all the flavors. This ain't no alleged. It is what it is. And Biden said no. We need him home. Him being in jail is not going to do anything for him and helping him with his struggles. He needs to be home. So that's where he's at. He's home. He's home. So, and Biden's son didn't spend not a day in jail. Biden pardoned him before he would have started to do his time. I can't even remember what kind of time he was given, but he didn't spend not a day in jail, but he was found guilty. Eric, I don't know. Trump, ASAP, I think with ASAP, he got caught up in something, I think, in another country, and he helped him bring him home. But I don't know if it was centered around a pardon. So, I think he pardoned Kodak Black. I think Trump in his first term pardoned Kodak Black, the rapper in Florida. Yeah. I think he pardoned him. He pardoned Angela Stanton. Angela Stanton, he pardoned her. But Angela, when he pardoned her, she's a kind of like a political activist, or but she's a black woman, and she had did time. She was associated with like one of the ladies, Phaedra Parks from Housewives. She Angela Stanton had wrote a book, and she said that Phaedra Parks and her then husband Apollo, the three of them all kind of worked together in like this fraud scheme or whatever. And basically it all fell on Angela. Apollo ended up going to jail, but I don't know if it was centered around the charges that Angela was hit with. But basically nobody did time. Only people who did time was everybody but Phaedra Parks did times, if y'all know what I'm talking about. So look into that. Angela Stanton, I think that's her last name, Stanton, Angela. And Phaedra Parks of the Housewives of Atlanta, there was a big case where Angela Stanton was saying that Phaedra Parks, she basically worked with Phaedra Parks with this fraud scheme. They was getting to the money. Apollo, Phaedra Parks' ex-felon husband at the time, he was a part of the situation. Apollo ended up doing some more time in prison. Angela Stanton did more time, did time in prison. I think that was her first time ever going to prison, when she was convicted of the, those charges. Can't remember right now the exact charges. But Phaedra Parks, she basically got away like a thief in the night. And supposedly Angela Stanton is alleging that Phaedra was kind of like the ringleader. She was the kind, you had that person up top. She was the one at the top, and then kind of directing the orders. So she was the main person. But I guess the evidence never showed that she was. So she didn't. Yep, virtuous. Look it up. Phaedra Parks. So you can find this story, Angela Stanton, Phaedra Parks, because Angela Stanton wrote a book. I believe her book became a best-time seller. And also Angela Stanton, once Trump pardoned her during his first administration, she became a big supporter of Donald Trump. She became, so in the black community, she would go around basically advocating for him and trying to encourage black people to become Republicans, to vote red, all of that, because she was showing her gratitude of Donald J. Trump. Now she don't F with him. She has switched over to Robert F. Kennedy. Is that the guy who's under that? Is that the Robert? I think he's Robert Robert F. Kennedy. When he was running for president, she jumped ship and started kind of backing him. So she left Trump, and I think she left from supporting Trump hard because Trump wasn't showing support to her and the causes that she had going on. But though she would kind of show up and show support for him. Whereas Robert Kennedy, so she ended up forming a organization called Angie's House here in Atlanta. So I know these things too because she's local. I live in Georgia. Y'all know it goes down in the A. They say it goes down in the DM, it goes down in the A. So a lot of the foolishness take place here. Speaking of the Chrisleys, they was tried and convicted and all that took place here in Atlanta. But anyway, back to Angela Stanton. She has what's called Angie's House. So it's this organization where she collects like things, necessities for like babies, families, for moms, single moms who are down and out and who need help kind of getting on their feet with housing, needs for getting job placements, building their skills to be able to get out in the job market, diapers, formula, clothes. So it's called Angie's House. So it's a nonprofit organization. Trump never showed no kind of support like of her organization. No plugs, no checks being written, nothing like that. So I think she got pissed off. Whereas Robert F. Kennedy, believe that's his name. He's the one who's over like with the food part, the health part underneath the Trump administration. Well, remember, he was running for president at one point when Trump was running his last time. He was running. I think he was running as more like an independent. He came to Atlanta and went to Eric. You see, you love Angie. Yeah, Angie's cool. He came to Atlanta and showed love to Angela Stanton, Angie, and went to Angie's house. He did a donation, held the babies, all of that, showed support, and he listened to her talk about just the concerns that the people have in the Black community. Had conversations centered around reparations, all of that. He just gave her time. He showed support in a way that she hadn't gotten from Donald Trump. So at that point, basically, she fell back from supporting Donald Trump and started supporting um, Robert F. Kennedy, if I'm saying his name right. Robert, because sometimes give him John F. Kennedy. John is no longer with us. Robert, I mean, that's the cousin. Robert F. Kennedy. Yes, I think his name's Robert F. Kennedy. Yes. So, you said Robert is a bad dude, hypnotized. Who's bad? So you get that Michael Jackson. Who's bad? So yeah, so that's how Angela got off the Trump train. She left Trump, y'all. She was a diehard, y'all. If y'all know. Angela used to go hard for Trump, get cussed out, go on all these different black platforms. Listen, she would go hard for Donald J. Trump because she was like, listen, she would be at his house like at Mar-a-Lago. She's been there a few times. Those dinners, she got pictures. She would literally like go and support and be there. She would go do it. Say, be the first to say this man is not a racist. He not. He pardoned me. He's for the people. The Democrats aren't. Like, until one day, suddenly she did a post of saying she no longer supports Donald J. Trump. She supports Robert F. Kennedy. And then, so she was doing that. And then after that, she went to, okay, I'm just going to remove myself from politics. And I think that was probably the last post I seen where she was like, you know what? I'm just leaving politics altogether. So I don't know if Robert F. Kennedy had pissed her off. I don't know. But the next thing you know, she wasn't even backing his ass. She wasn't backing none of them. But Angela Stanton, get into her. You can Google her. She's YouTube, Angela Stanton, or she goes by Angie. Trump pardoned her, and her case was connected to Phaedra Parks of the Atlanta Housewives, but Phaedra was not convicted of anything. Phaedra didn't even stand trial. I think Phaedra's name was just kind of inserted, but I don't even think Phaedra even got on anybody's stand. I don't think it went anywhere. But she did write a book. Phaedra did try to sue her, and from my understanding, she lost. I think Phaedra tried to sue her for like defamation or whatever when she came out with that book. I did not read the book, but I do know there is a book, so you can get into the book if you're interested. But from what Angela Stanton said, I think Phaedra lost the lawsuit. Yep, you're right, Virtuous. She is an attorney. Phaedra Parks is an attorney by trade. She no longer practices, I don't believe. She ended up going into the mortician business. She had like funeral homes here in Atlanta. I don't know if she still operates her funeral homes still here in Atlanta, but when I left off watching Housewives many, many years ago, she had funeral homes. And I believe Angela Stanton, like when all of this issue was going down, when Angela Stanton got caught up with these Fed charges from fraud, I think it was centered around credit card fraud and stuff. And Phaedra had her funeral home business going on at the time. So if you all are really interested in, wanting to know what had happened, was look into the book by Angela Stanton. Look into her book. I believe it turned into a best time seller. But can you imagine? Of course it would. It mentions like Phaedra Parks. Many people knew her. She became a celebrity from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. At one point, the Real Housewives of Atlanta was the most popular housewives show. Uh, and it's been running for many, many, many years. I probably watched it maybe the first 3 or 4 years it aired, and then child, I fell off. It just got too ratchet for me. But yes, that book became a really big seller. So if you want to know the story, listen, Linda, listen. Listen. I done put y'all on game. I done put y'all on game. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, because you don't know what kind of tea you're gonna get over here. Because I be knowing y'all, I be knowing a little something about different things. But like I said, I live in Atlanta. I am tapped into a lot of things. Actually, I used to do content centered around um, celebrity content. When I first got on YouTube, I got on join YouTube in 2020 on my other channel. So this is my second channel you all are watching me on. I have another channel. It's just called Chic Speaks. This is Chic Speaks on it. So it's just kind of like my political kind of channel where I talk all things Donald J. Trump, the USA, the economy, all of that. But on my other channel, Chic Speaks, I talk all the like Diddy trial, all the other stuff that goes on. Check that channel out. But yes, so I be knowing stuff, I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in. So I know a lot of different things that be taking place with the different celebrities and things, the things that take place here or whatever. So it's just as of late, I've just been kind of taking a deep dive into this political scene. Um, and that's how I built this channel, my second channel. You all, believe it or not, it was like this channel was like 500 subscribers, like just in February. What are we in May? It's nearing 4,000. So yeah, so that's why a lot of people like to talk politics. So I come on here and I talk politics over here. Let me get through some of these comments before I get out of here. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Please like the video, like, share, and subscribe. Welcome, welcome. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Chic, and I talk all things just politics over here, current events, things that just impact just the American people. And then a lot of what goes on here impacts just people around the world. So it's not just the people in the USA who are impacted by much of what's going on here, because the US is like a leader, like we are a leading nation. So when we go right, a lot of times, it's going to result in other countries going right with this. So if you are from another place around the world, I welcome you. Let me know, just even with the things that I report on my channel, how it's impacting your country, your nation, because I often see people come in my chat and be like, you're right. I'm in the UK. What's going on over there is impacting us in this way. You see what I'm saying? So it happens. Like the decisions that are made here, it impacts China, impacts Canada, things centered around tariffs. So we just get to it. We just talk about just all things just positive. Hypnotized says, did you mention Derek Chauvin? Yes. Oh, I did not. But the Trump administration is denying that they are going to pardon him. About a week ago, I heard his name come up where people were saying that he was going to be getting pardoned, and people weren't here for it. But I then heard where the Trump administration went on to record to say, no, that's not true. How often we hear Trump say one thing, goddamn do the next. It's so funny, y'all, because when I first started this channel, I used to be like, Trump, he stands on business. He say this, he me. Child, Trump gonna say something on Monday. Child, don't hold him to that by Thursday. Do not hold him to that by Thursday. He was like, listen, that was Monday. I was going through some things. Melania worked my nerves. I was going through some things on Monday. Today is Thursday. It's a new day. So now, it's like, okay, the whole world shook. We like, everybody moving like they got Tourette's, because it's just like, what the freak? Where we going, Trump? Where we going? What we doing? What we doing? Like, are we keeping the ships going to the ports, or do we got to turn them back? Because the fish about to get bad. The fish is about to get bad. Where are we going? Do we need to make a U? Do we need to make a U-turn and go back to Canada because you pissed off at You pissed off at the what we doing? Because the way y'all cussing each other out, y'all giving us whiplash. Y'all got the boats going in the circle. The boats don't know where to dock. The ships don't know where to dock, y'all. Because y'all know it takes a couple of weeks, for the ship to come from, say, Canada or whatever to the U.S. Y'all, as you see, in 2 weeks, a lot changes. Them ships going in circles. Because by the time they leave Hong Kong, whatever, by the time they leave China over there and make their way to the U.S., Trump then said something that then pissed them folks off to where it's like, oh, hell no, bust a Yui, F him. So they got to get them do a big ass Yui to turn the damn ship around because they done got pissed off because Trump then said something that then pissed them off, and they said, F it, bring our ish back. We ain't sending nothing over there. Y'all see what I'm saying? People are confused. People are so confused right now. We didn't have more 30 days, 90 days extensions. It's just like, just throw the whole tariff situation away. Listen, it's almost like you threaten your kid, talk grease, you say it one more time. And they say it again. Okay, well, you better not say it again. You see what I'm saying? Like, well, you keep throwing out the threats, and then when you're not following through, who's going to respect it? Who's going to respect it? Because they like, you're changing my, it's Monday. He going to be saying something different by Thursday. he just need to take a nap. He tired. Y'all know he old. He tired. He just need to lay down. he just need to lay down. How many of y'all know, like, when you tired of shit, everybody can get it? Because you tired. Don't let you be tired and hungry. Tired and hungry. Oh, everybody can get it. When you tired and hungry, your stomach touching your back, everybody can get it. Everybody can get it. So people are confused right now. It's just like, what are we doing? Like, okay. So you saying for the EU, you saying the we not doing a 50% come for June. You said we gonna kick it out to July. Yeah. We going to July. Yeah, because I'm standing on business. Yeah, we doing July. Y'all, word on the curve is that China, and you ain't hear from me. Word on the curve is that China and the US, they're still at odds. And this little 90-day situation, remember Trump told us about a month ago that we got this 90-day situation between Canada? Word on the curve is that China. Word on the curve is that China have pulled back and said, F you, Trump, we not doing it. I'm just saying, I'm not seeing news outlets talk about it, but I did see an Asian content creator talk about how the U.S. has pissed China off by trying to dictate kind of how they do their business. And they said, F it. We don't want it. Forget it. All bets off. I've been looking to see, that's why I haven't come out here yet to report on it, but I've been looking to see if news outlets have come out and said it and covered it. I have not seen that yet. But y'all, I'm letting y'all know. Word on the curb. Listen, between me and you, China done already said, F you, Trump, in the U.S., we ain't doing ish. Forget you. They pissed off again. They taking a ball and going home. I don't want to play with you no more. Give me my damn ball. I'm going home. That's what's been said. That is what's been said, but it's not being put out there. Y'all, pay attention to what you seeing, the food on the shelves, all of that. Just pay attention. Just pay attention. Just pay attention, because that's what's been said. Pay attention if it to take notice to see if we're really working with China the way the Trump administration is saying that we are. Because remember, he said we got a 90-day agreement. I'm just saying. I'm just saying on that note, I've arrived. I got to get to going. And try to get through some more. Eric says, yep, trying to plan hardball. Listen, word on the street, y'all get into it. China ain't effing with us still. Y'all know Trump be saying, yeah, I talked to somebody. They be like, who you talk to? Don't worry about who I talk to. Because we're in this season with Trump. We like, sir, we're going to need you to drop some names. Because you done came out here about 15 times since last Thursday and said what deals you done made. You done talked to, we need some names. We need some names. He was like, listen, they was Chinese. That's all you need to know. They was Chinese. They spoke Mandarin. That's all you need to know. So, hey, what's up, Tip? Tip says she's so down to earth. Listen, y'all, I don't know no other way to be. This is just me. I'm just me. I'm just me. If you are here for what I give, please like, share, and subscribe. All I can do is be me. And I'm just peeping game. And for the record, like I voted for Trump. Yeah, that's why I be out here talking like this. Y'all, I voted for this damn man. Some of y'all probably come on and be like, well, who she voted for? His ass, I voted for him. Donald J. Trump. I did. I voted for change. And now I be on here talking about all this change we seeing. I voted for change. I'm on here talking all the change. All the change. Oh, I done had plenty of F around and found out moments. Sure have. Sure have. Oh, MG 107.9 The Blow. Wow, that's an interesting tag name. Oh, MG, nothing wrong with that. Not like we had good options. Listen, I voted for change. I said, listen, what we been getting, listen, ain't giving what it need to give. It's not giving. We need something else. What you got? All right, Trump. Now, what you said you can do? Listen, at that time, I done viewed Trump as somebody who said something on Monday and then he turned around on Thursdays. Listen, that just wasn't what I had recalled experiencing his first time he ran. He was like standing on business. Like he wasn't battling a lot of people. Like I felt like he did a good job when he ran the country the first time around. But baby, Trump give you whiplash. You're like, all right, what we doing today? Now, who you said we pissed off at now? Because last week you said that we was like this. Now you saying F them. We supposed to say F them. You said we saying F them to Russia. Because a month ago, you was cussing them out. You was cussing out Vladimir for Russia. Like, so what we doing? Like, so we don't F for Russia or do we F? Do we F for Russia or no? Like, y'all, do we F for Russia or no? We F for Ukraine now? See, that stuff I be trying to figure out. So that's why I come on live and I come to you all. Because we trying to figure this out. Like, okay, we saying F Russia and we team Ukraine. Because 2 months ago it was like F Ukraine, team Russia. Like, which one is it? Which one is it? So I know a lot of people be confused, like myself as well. We love, Project said we love Russia. Okay, we loving Russia. What's today? That's today, Wednesday, hump day. We'll ask that question again by Saturday because it might be different. Y'all know things change. Hypnotize say Ukraine forever. No. Hey, Laura, what's up? What's up, Laura? Good morning. So, y'all, I've arrived. My phone, I need to charge it, get into this office. Y'all, stay tapped in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. This will probably be the last, I don't know, maybe this afternoon on my ride home, we may do a car chronicle. Y'all know I normally do them, on my ride in to work on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But I do have other content, it's just kind of not the car chronicle. I'm actually stationary where I can kind of get into my notes when I am live outside of my car, or at least when it's not moving. When it's not moving, y'all be coming with receipts. I'll have my laptop. I got all my notes, and we get into some things. We deep dive, and then people fight me. You lying. You lying, Sheik. The devil is a lie. Y'all, people be mad. I be having a whole lap. The devil's a lie. You lying, Sheik. You're lying. You're lying. You're going to hell. You are lying. So we have those moments. If you want to experience some of those moments with us, follow me because it's likely to happen on the next time I go live. Because most likely this was a light day. This was a light day. When people go ham over here. They get pissed off. They get in their feels over here. They do. They do. But we also have a good time over here. So like, share, subscribe. Thank you all for joining. I like to say, go out into the world and show up in a way in which you want others to show up for you. Like attracts like. Give off good energy. Take care of yourselves and one another. Heavy on the taking care of yourselves. So many of us focus on taking care of everyone else and not enough on taking care of ourselves. So I want the message lesson today is to take care of yourself. Don't neglect yourself. Take care of your mental health. Take care of your mental health. Check in on your loved ones. Um, do something nice for yourself. How about that? Do something nice for yourself. Do something nice for yourself. And if you're able to, do something nice for someone else. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I thank you all for joining me. Thank you for those of you who are new to my channel. I know most of the time when I go live, it's mostly unique subscribers. Hey, you all, I'm trying to get more into also posting pre-recorded videos. Y'all know, y'all used to getting all this energy. I go live, but sometimes I'm like, I want to do some pre-records. So I did post a video last night. Check that out. Listen, people out here like Chic, it is hard out here for a pimp. Because that's what I say. It's hard out here for a pimp. People like Chic, I'm struggling out here in this job market. I didn't apply for hundreds of jobs. I done had maybe about 2 to 4 interviews. Like, it's a whole problem. I still got these bills, my phone ringing, folks asking where the money at, where the money reside. And I don't know. It's impacting my mental health. I'm just ready to just give up. So I put a little short video out there. It's about 8.5 minutes. Check it out. It's on this channel. I posted it last night. And it's just, people, a lot of young folks are going through it. They're like, what is this? The professor did not tell me that after I crossed the stage that it was going to be like this and I wasn't going to be able to get a job offer. What is this? What is this? Nobody ain't told me nothing. Nobody ain't told me nothing. This is the energy that a lot of people have out here in this job market. They're like, what the freak? Nobody didn't tell me that it was going to be like this. Like, this makes no sense. I got this degree over here that I've spent a lot of money, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get. Like, what the freak? Like, I got kids in college. I got to pay for this. I got to pay for them. I ain't got no job. My daughter about to graduate. She ain't about to have no job either. We down bad as a family. We are down bad. Check out that video on this channel. I posted it last night. Let me know your thoughts. Drop a comment. How's the job market for you? Because last night somebody came in my comments like, well, Sheik, the job market Gucci is good. Is the job market good for you? Thank you for any support you show. Dr. J just put up my Cash App, speak $speak50, liking the video, sharing the video, just watching my content. Just, y'all, I don't require much. It's the little things, I like to say. Becoming a member, I have the Temu price memberships, $2.99. A super chat as little as however, $1.99, $1.19, however it costs. I don't doggone know. Whatever, any type of support. I just appreciate all support. Also, another way you can support, I have books on Amazon. I am a published author. I have mental health. I have adult coloring books, journals, planners, notebooks, things centered around mental health, anxiety, stress, all of that. All of that. If you need help with that, you can find the links on some of my other pre-recorded videos. I think I'm behind on going back on my most recent videos with putting the links in there. But if you keep going back to my content, going back past a week or so, you can see the links to my products on Amazon. And you could also go to my community page and there's links to my products as well. They'll take you directly to my products. There are tariffs over here. No tariffs over here. I thank you all. I thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Laura says May is mental health month. Mental health. Take care of your mental health. And y'all don't be going out here wrecking somebody else's mental health. Listen, take care of yourself and one another. Happy Wednesday, you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I will catch you on the next broadcast. Peace.